Well, my friends, wow, what a journey. Here I am. Wow, watch now. Street inline hockey player since 1991 around, or 92. But watch, that is how we did it back in the days. And that is how I do it today. Wow. But first of all, watch. What a cool place, huh? So, street hockey, but I'm fully backed, you know. Wow, wait. So, I have to put it down. Wow. To come here is a first journey, you know. Wow. You know, wow. First backpack. Wow. Now watch. I have my own goal by me. And I have my ice hockey stick, the Yopa. But that you can drive with that, you have to fix it with a band. You see that? Without fixing it, you will have this, you know, bam. You make a crash against the other opponent, you know. Yeah. So I have all by me what is needed. A helmet. And of course, you know, bam. The skisser, or bam bam. You know why? With the fixation. That I can fix it here, you know, when you drive home, you have to fix it on your backpack. But also when someone comes in here who has no behavior, then I grab him and I put it into his mouth, you know, and then blah blah blah, nothing anymore. And so now I build it up. Perfect place to do it here. Why? Because they made a complete new asphalt, you know. Watch. I have told the story here at NBA Jam Court, you know. Complete fresh new asphalt. Wow. The best thing what can happen, it has over 30 degrees today, around 32, 34 degrees, you know. I love it. Of course, no one is here. Wow, with that panorama and the smoothest asphalt, you know. That is absolutely great to drive with the roller skates. It is not that big, but you have a net, nothing can happen behind, you see that? And so here to play, I have never played because they built the asphalt new. And I think here it is a dream, only a few things of the woods, but that you see, wow. And now to play the hockey, that is great. Build it up, the goal, because inline hockey, you are not allowed to play almost nowhere. They kick you out, you know. I made a video where they kicked me out, but not here, you know. Here is the perfect place to do it. Wow. You know, I love inline hockey since 91, 92 around. Now we do it. And now watch what I have all by me, you know. Here the goal, my aggressive inline skates. And here all the bats, what you need. And of course the ball, but that I take out later. You know that it is, when you don't have it in your city, then you have to build it for your own, you know. That is the point. And nowadays you get such things very cheap, you know. Back in the days we took a wood or something, you know, to play on. Or in garages beside the cars in summer where it was more cold, there we played street hockey in the 90s, you know. With tennis balls, I think. Yeah, tennis balls it was back in the days. Now tell me, that is cool, or? Very light, you know. and you can all take it by you, you know. That is so great, perfect. So next step, to cut it out, you know. Yeah, here we have it, you know. Bam. Great, you know. You know, that was now almost an hour to drive by bicycle, you know, with all those heavy bags, you know, with the roller skates. That is nice. So, and now the question is, where is the ball, you know? Wow, the ball is the amazing thing. Watch, that is a cool thing, or wow. You know, balls, this is always the part. If this is a basketball and tennis ball, balls are balls, you know. They are very soft. You get them in different categories. That means on temperatures, you know, but to me that makes no difference, because I have to play there where I am allowed to play, where it is possible, or where I can do it as long as you get kicked out, you know. But here, this is one of my favorite places, you know, and here with the new asphalt there you get no problem. But they are very cool. Why? Because they are so soft, you see that? And so you cannot damage something. With a tennis ball, wow, that is dangerous, you know. Because by street hockey, one thing is what is behind. You can have the best place here, but sometimes it is an open space where people walking, where cars driving, whatever, then you can forget it. But like here, that is a closed environment, you know it, that here is closed, and so there is a net, and you have enough space, and also here the ball can roll out, but there will nothing happen because there is grass, and that is the cool part here. And to have a good thing, you know, with roller skates, especially with aggressive inline skates, the difference is you have here the small wheels, you know. I always liked aggressive inline skates, you know, because these are USD skates, you know. You remember them from the 90s. USD, the biggest brand in aggressive inline skating. And you need a very cool asphalt, smooth, you know. Boy, with the goal, that is nice, you know. Boy, that is amazing, you know. And now, warm up, always important, you know. I never do something without a warm up. Joint mobility, that I do without the camera. And then we play. Yeah, my friends, always important, because I see often people who do it this, they make it this, you know, and then, but that helps you nothing, that slips out immediately, you know. When you have such a wear, really always go in, you know, that is very, very important, because when you don't have this, then you have a problem, you know. So, so cool. Wow, so cool, you know. Very, very cool. Wow, so nice, I tell you that. very nice. Before I start, I move in a bit. That's also important, I tell you that, because I have no idea how the asphalt works, how the wooden things in here works, you know, if you fall or not. Because when you play with the hockey racket, then you don't have this on, you know. And so we check it out. Wow, yeah, that rolls, I swear you. You feel it, wow, immediately. Wow, against my place where I drive normally. Wow, that is nice. You see that? Wow. Amazing. Because I do it normally on a rubber court, and that is like you would do it in you go skiing in the deepest snow, you know. Like this, it feels on rubber, but wow, that is amazing. Very cool. But only watch out for those. Oh, that is nice. Yeah, here I was now on one thing, but that works, you know. Wow, amazing. So now, my friends, we take it, our goal. Here we have it. So nice, or amazing. So we put it down here. Absolutely cool. And now tell me, wow. Another trick what I can tell you, that the goal does not go away. Put your backpack always behind this goal, because then you have it perfect. Otherwise, when I shoot from here, it will be away, you know. Oh, wow. What's this? You know the difference where you have to be careful when you do ice skating, you know, ice hockey. There you can immediately stop, but with the roller skates you need longer, much more time. So much space is important, and when you forget this, how to make a stop, you know, that is always the part, you know. my friends, now I have it on because it feels safer, you know. You can also play, but here when you don't know the place, there are a few things in, you know. And then when you fall down, it is safer, you know. It's better because then you can relax more, you know. It's also bad because when you fall, you have all on, you know. Not much happens. So my friends, now we change the goal, you know, to the other side here. Here it is good, you know. And always to have a space to drive around, you know. Very, very important. Oh, yeah, so nice, yeah.
You know I can be your shelter now. You know I can be your getaway driver. You know I can be your love, love, love. Oh, let me be your guiding light. Let me be the sun that shines when the world feels cold. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. When the truth can be denied, that's when we feel alive. Let me be your guiding light. Let me be the sun that shines. Let me be your home. When the truth can be denied, that's when we feel alive. Let me be your guiding light. Let me be the sun that shines when the world feels cold. Let me be your guiding light. Let me be the sun that shines. Let me be your home. You're not alone. Where do you go to sleep at night? Say it ain't so. Please say it ain't so. Where do you go for divine delight? Is it someone I know? Someone from before. I know you so well, and I know how it feels when we fall.
For my friends, the camera gets overheated every 8-9 minutes, you know, because it's so hot here. Wow. I'm sweating completely, you know. Roller skating, that is really tough, you know, with the hockey thing. You see, sitting here, so nice, or what a great panorama, but very cool, you know, hot. So I have to wait always that the camera works again, then I can go on, you know.
Drifting away and the walls have turned into scars. It's tender, it's dark, and it's breaking my heart. Where do you go? In whose arms do you fall? Say it ain't so. Please say it ain't so. You're drifting away, and the wounds have turned into scars. It's tender, it's dark, and it's breaking my heart. I know you so well, and I know how it feels when we fall. It's tender, it's dark, and it's breaking my heart. I know you so well, and I know how it feels. Know you so well, Saw you grieve until it was over. Can we go back to what it was before? Like the bad things never came to us. Oh, I want to make it all go away. Yeah, like time never rained over us. Can we go back and figure out it all? Yeah, 'cause I can't find a way out. Anyone can see it hurts to the bone. Oh, 'cause time got the best of us.
Wow, geil. Wow. Wow, 360 with the camera. Wow, das war geil. Wow. If you would have seen that. Wow, geil. Geil, geil, geil. Wow, I'm sweating so much I cannot tell you. Wow, you know, no one here. And I tell you, when you have all those beds on, you know, that makes it much more hotter, you know. Really, really tough. But I liked it, you know. And you see, there's no one here because it's too hot for them. On a real new asphalt, a black one. Wow, now I had to go to piss, you know. So I could piss now into the woods. That it is how we did it, you know, in the 90s. Because there is no toilet and you go there, no one says something, you know. That is the cool part on such places, you know. That is how I learned it. You know, to be on a place where you can do whatever you want, you know. And here I do whatever I want. And no one tells me something, you know. That is the street thing to me. Street ball, but also street hockey, you know. And that it is. Wow, very nice, but wow, I'm completely wet out, you know. All is wet.
Guess I thought that this was meant to last. Now I wish I was still living in the past. Yeah. Never felt so damn frustrated. You're just wasting my time. All the feelings that I dread. Can't believe the words you said. Somebody save me. Now we're hanging by a thread and it's ringing in my head. All your friends are now my enemies. Always tell you what to do. Can't keep up with all the bullshit they're throwing your way. Always looking for the easy way. Now they're walking over you.
2 wheels.
Damn frustrated. You're just wasting my time. All the feelings that I dread. Can't believe the words you said. Somebody save me.
You see, in 2 wheels, so nice here. That is the thing what I like. Wow. Really, really cool, you know, street hockey. Wow. Now I'm finished. Wow. Wow. Completely sweat, you know. Wow. Wow. Ui. Wow, I swear you, with those beds, that is brutal. That is so hot, you know. Always. But was a good solution with those to play, because here a lot of from the woods, you know, such tools in, you know. Wow, that was nice, you know. Street hockey for over 30 degrees. Wow, now it gets fresh, you know. When you put this out, wow. Wow. Iced tea, but no Lipton. Lipton would be the best. Haha, so cool. Hey? Wow. So now I put out my skates, put all together, back in the backpack. With the glue thing, I had to fix it on my backpack, and then I will drive home for 1 hour. But that was now cool. We'll see us next time. Until then, bye and ciao.